Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's Graham. Today the topic is Electroneum. They recently released a blog to their followers and I want to talk about it because initially they released Electroneum during the ICO at a price of 1 cent per token. However, now the price is sitting at just over 2 cents. And we've seen prices go as high as 21 or 22 cents in the past. So Electroneum is a very interesting project for me. It's something that I've really considered getting into because obviously the price has not been much lower than this since its release. And it's something that we're going to take a look at if it has massive potential for good profit. Obviously, you can see that we're up over 7% today, sitting at 324 Satoshis. And Electroneum has suffered along with the market over the past few months. So where is the price going to go from here? We're going to cover all that. We're going to talk about the tech update, and I hope you guys enjoy. So today is Friday, April 6th. If you guys are tuning in today, you probably recently saw the tech update that Electroneum released. I'm going to summarize it here and give you my thoughts on how that will affect the price action. Obviously, if you're watching this in the future, you can look back to this point and see how this has affected the price. But like I said, as of right now, we're sitting at 2.1 cents or thereabouts. And we've seen a 7% increase, likely solely due to the fact that this tech update was released today. So some big news that Electroneum has seen is this patent pending. They say we've worked on this since last year. It protects our cryptocurrency hybrid system that will allow us to provide instant cryptocurrency payments as well as cryptocurrency subscription payments. It is a game changer for the entire cryptocurrency industry when it comes to everyday use. They're also talking about the market sentiment. So essentially, the whole cryptocurrency market sentiment has been negative for the last 3 months, as well as with Electroneum. Obviously, people that bought in at higher prices, maybe people bought in at 10 or even up to 20 cents. Feel sorry for you. We're at a bad spot now, but are we at the bottom? Well, that's something I'm going to cover shortly. They say I'll cover why the market has been filled with false negativity and how we are going to change it. They also there was talk about this 51% attack. For those of you who don't know, Google it. It's pretty simple. Yeah, you can understand it pretty quickly, but they say there is no hard evidence that there is a 51% attack taking place. The evidence that is being used is not evidence of a 51% attack in this instance. It's a timestamp bug that is causing no problems at all. ASICs are nothing to worry about. We have ASIC resistance in the next update, which will be before the ASIC chips are widely available. Blockchain flooding, we are working on this from two ends, a blockchain update, and our patent makes the blockchain flooding far less problematic. So they're basically killing any FUD surrounding those two areas. They talk about 2 new blockchain-based team members that they have introduced. They say they're already well into fixing everything the market is worried about. Pretty interesting. They talk about, did you know that Electroneum is ahead of Twitter, Facebook, and Dropbox in speed of growth? That's quite interesting, actually. Obviously, cryptocurrency has been a much larger growth in the past year, so it doesn't really surprise me. But it's interesting to see that statistic on Electroneum. And then here they talk about actually changing the market sentiment. So this is what I'm going to focus on mostly in my video today. Essentially just hopefully turning this downtrend into an uptrend. Obviously the market sentiment has been very low lately, as it has been with like 99% of cryptocurrencies. As I'm sure you guys all know, that's why you're probably here watching this video. They say there's an enormous amount of negative and often false information flying around the internet about Electroneum. A lot of people calling it a shitcoin. Obviously, people that aren't invested are going to be more negative towards Electroneum than the people that are invested are like I'm sure most of you guys are, or if not, you're probably interested about getting into it now. That's why you're probably watching this video. They say that there has been a concerted effort by a number of very credible sounding people to try and damage the Electroneum brand for their own reasons or for their own financial gain, like I talked about. A relatively small number of people have been spreading lies, fear, and doubts at any sign of positivity. There is also an automated trading strategy that has kept placing tiny sell orders just under the market price, which along with the negative narrative, has resulted in a loop of negativity that seems to feed itself. So, if that is true, then that means that now is a good time to buy Electroneum. I'm not saying you should. Obviously, like I always disclaim, this is not financial advice. Do your own investing. However, if the market has been oversold at a unlegit rate, then that means that a rebound is actually more likely, and now would potentially be a good time to get in. He says that he'd like everyone to know that the Electroneum project is not in any danger, and whilst there are some legitimate questions, such as when we will be implementing ASIC resistance, there is nothing that is going to cause us long-term harm. So he's essentially just trying to reassure investors that it's okay. If you got in at the ICO, you're still double your money. Nothing to worry about. Obviously, if you got in at a higher price, that's tough, but obviously he's trying to just calm everyone down. There's chances of going right back up to where we have been in the past. Here they just talk about them being disruptive to the industry, and that's why they think some people are spending money and time trying to discredit them. Obviously, Electroneum is known as a very simple, easy to use cryptocurrency, and they say that they are poised to reach so many users, and there is no other cryptocurrency that has solved the problem of instantaneous transactions that will allow cryptocurrencies to be spent online or in shops, restaurants, cafes, etc. Currently, the volume of ETN traded every day is low, and the ability for someone to manipulate the price exists. Obviously, when there's less buys and sells going on, a big whale can really go in and change the direction of the whole market. So, like I said, if that is true and someone has been pushing it down, then we actually do have a good opportunity right now. So that's why I'm personally looking into getting some Electroneum right now. I haven't owned it in the past, but definitely something that I'm interested in now because I've seen the price get so low. I know the hype that is potentially there with Electroneum. I know a lot of the holders are very strong holders. They're not much of traders, and so there's a lot of people just holding, waiting right now. I do have some issues with the circulating supply versus the total cap. However, other coins, you look at Ontology recently, they only have half of their coins issued and they're still experiencing massive growth, so that's not always just a bad thing. He talks about here, if you ever see negative market sentiment, don't forget you can help. He says anytime you see negativity, just for negativity's sake, make a comment that points out some positives. It is obvious by this paragraph that they actually want the value of Electroneum to return higher. That's why they're pointing out things like this, which is good to see. If the developers of a project are interested in the pricing of that project, then that typically is a good thing for the future price of that coin. However, you look at projects like Ethereum, they have literally come out and say that they couldn't care less about the price of their cryptocurrency. So a little bit of an interesting change there. And that's pretty much the first half of this article. They actually go into more detail about each of these points further on down the article. So I recommend you guys check this out. It's just on Electroneum's blog section of their website. Worth a read if you guys are considering looking into Electroneum. Now I'm going to look at the price action, see what I can gather from that. Obviously, right after the ICO, we saw a large dump off down to about the level that we're at now, just under 3 cents. And I think we hit 2.5 cents as of low. Then we saw major spikes up to the 14 cents or so, maybe 13 cents. And we actually peaked at around 22 cents on January 6th, which is where a lot of altcoins actually spiked. And since then, we've come massively back down to our current position here at around 2 cents. Now, you guys got to realize that a lot of Electroneum's pricing will be based off of the entire cryptocurrency market. Obviously, if Bitcoin and all the other large coins continue to crash, it's going to be very tough for Electroneum to increase in value over that time. So not only do we need positive news from Electroneum and positive investments, we also need a run-up in the entire cryptocurrency market because as we've seen with pretty much every altcoin that rose like crazy in January, that is really what spikes the altcoins. So keep an eye out on Bitcoin dominance, keep an eye out on how the other top coins are performing, and you can probably expect Electroneum to trend in that direction, obviously barring any crazy updates or news specifically surrounding Electroneum. So that's pretty much it. If you guys want a price prediction, I mean, that's tough to do. I'm the type of guy that if I get in at 2 cents and I sell at 5 cents, I'm thrilled. That's a great gain. However, some of you guys are always looking for 10x, 20x, 100x investments. Do I think that's possible? Well, obviously we've reached over 20 cents before, so 10x is easily possible. I mean, the path has been blazed before it, and we've seen the price go that high. And I think it really is going to depend on the cryptocurrency market. So if we see Bitcoin back in the 15K range, 20K, or all-time highs range, then yes, Electroneum can hit 50 cents or so. Like I said, I'm in it for the smaller gains, right? So like I said, if I can buy at 2 cents, even if I can sell at 3 cents, that's a 50% gain. If I buy at 2 cents and sell at 5 cents, then I'm thrilled. So keep in mind that there will be some sell resistance as we go back up, but it's definitely possible to hit 20 cents again within the next few months. Not financial advice, just it's possible. And then from there, who knows? 50 cents is maybe our next target, depending on the whole cryptocurrency market sentiment. So I hope that can give you a little bit of reassurance. I encourage you guys to go read the full tech update in detail and let me know what you guys thought, because Electroneum is one that I'm considering investing now. So if you guys are new here, subscribe. I will circulate some Electroneum news into my videos. Subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video.